So let's talk about Pokemon Legends ZA. Austin John Plays, a popular Nintendo YouTuber, has dropped a 20-minute video of raw demo footage. It's pretty high quality, even though he couldn't really screen record. Today, I'm going to be talking about parts of this trailer that seem interesting to me and what we might see in the final game. Let's get into it. First off, this is a trailer, so it's gameplay, but it's not guaranteed to be in the actual game. It might not be the actual in-game dialogue or cutscenes. There are two different demos, and part 2 is much more interesting in my opinion. In the first part of the demo, we see Austin John go over the entire map and show the areas. One thing I immediately noticed is the map size. Yes, I know that the entire game will take place in Lumio City, but it seemed a little bit smaller than I thought. This game has been in the works for a lot longer than most recent Pokemon games, so I can't lie when I say I feel slightly disappointed by the map size. But then I had a thought. It's probably chock full of content. Limiting the game to a smaller map might actually improve the quality of gameplay, although we do have to give up the size of Lumio City. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, none of this is 100% guaranteed gameplay. This might not be the final map, but I'd say it probably is. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. The thing I'm most excited about for this new game is the battling system. And what's a better way to try out the battling system than the ZA Royale? Looking at the gameplay footage, it looks exciting and fun. My only worry for the battle system is that it'd be too easy for us as players to dodge every attack while the other trainers' AIs cause them to run into every attack. But, as we can see here, although it doesn't look perfect, the AI doesn't just let you get away with attacks. Cannot wait to see the higher level trainers and what they're like. Hopefully Game Freak makes their AIs along with their team better instead of just keeping the same difficulty with stronger Pokemon. Now I won't lie to you, the first trailer had a few things, but that's not what caught my eyes when watching this footage for the first time. The second demo was much more interesting. In the second demo, you play as Paxton, the male protagonist. It basically starts off telling you to follow a Zygarde, and we see the player follow it. You encounter these strange pink crystals. Now, in the video, the man recording, Austin John Plays, is talking to the worker. He asks a few questions and we learn a few things. These pink crystals are called Mega Shards, and the worker says they're important for getting new Mega Stones. He says that if you collect enough of them, you can, quote, cash them in for Mega Stones. Once the player catches up to Zygarde, it does a fairly crappy cutscene, but that's not new seeing as it is a Pokemon game, but I digress. Zygarde basically jumps onto the roof and brings you with it. Emma and AZ are at the bottom of the building and AZ is walking beside a Lucario. They say that you'll need a Mega Ring to tackle a threat that's up there. Lucario jumps up to you and you equip the Mega Ring. Might I say that this Mega Ring looks dope. And even though I hope there's customization options, it's still pretty cool the way it is. Lucario and the player character then challenge a rogue Mega Pokemon. It's a Mega Absol that grows to be gigantic in size. Now, let's talk about rogue Mega battles. You can see that when the battle starts, Lucario is normal, and your Mega gauge is all the way at the bottom. As you fight, little Mega Energy thingies fly around and you can walk into them to gain Mega Energy. This reminds me a lot of Synchro Energy or whatever it's called from Pokemon Tournament or Pokken Tournament. Anyway, this battle definitely doesn't look easy, but it also doesn't look hard. I'm hoping that the difficulty seems mediocre just because it's a demo. So in the game, when you fight a Mega Tyranitar, for example, it gets super hard to beat. I'm a huge fan of Soulsborne games and I really enjoy hard games in general. If you also like Soulsborne games, check out my playlist tabs on my channel. I've completed Dark Souls 3 recently and now I'm doing Elden Ring. Now, when Mega Evolved, your Pokemon has a C+ above their moves. It most likely represents a jump in power and Austin John asks the worker if it means anything. Sadly, the worker just says that it makes the move stronger. Maybe it does mean something, but we will not know until the game is out. Also, you can open your bag mid-battle to heal your Pokemon, but you can only use one item at a time, and there's a cooldown to make sure you can't spam heals. I actually really like this feature. As you could tell, I'm in favor of this game being more difficult. Here's a little bonus thing I noticed. The Pokemon Company must be getting experimental because this is the first Pokemon game rated E10+. It has blood appear around the screen when you take damage. I really like this because it makes the battle feel more high stakes, and I really like the feeling of pressure. Pressure on myself, my character, and the plot of the story. I cannot wait to see what they introduced in this game to give it a slightly higher age rating. After the fight, our absolute baddie of a rival pulls up and tells us what Team MZ is really for. They protect Lumios from rogue Mega Evolutions because it not only hurts the Pokemon undergoing the Mega Evolution, but anyone involved. Sadly, this is where Austin John's demo ends. But I checked another creator's demo footage that wasn't as high as quality. You basically just get to catch the rogue Mega after defeating it. It's thankful to you, and not only do you get to catch it, but you get the Mega Stone along with with it. Here's my final thoughts. This game has so much potential, and Kalos is my second favorite region behind Unova. I cannot wait to see what they do and the new mechanics that they experiment with. I can't wait to see the story and all the new megas we'll get. Yes, we're getting Mega High Dragon. Spread the propaganda. That's it for today's video. Leave a like, sub, and let me know what you think down below. I'm always interested in others' opinions because I might have interpreted something wrong. Anyways, see ya.